right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Smiling Rylan. And how we doing, my man?
Good, man, good to see you.
All right, man. I'm definitely doing good as well too. And you just came off a big win, man. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about that matchup and what's maybe next for you, my man.
Yeah, so I fought in May. I fought Davin Scott. He was a featherweight fighter at 2-0. Our fight was originally supposed to be at 145, and he kind of missed weight by a whole weight class. I think he came in about 55. So a little bit of bullshit on his end, but got the job done. Had a good performance, and didn't have any injuries or anything. So we're rolling right on to the next one. I got one in September. No opponent yet, but I'm feeling good. Camp's going well, and I'm excited to have another good performance.
Yeah, no, 100%, my man. And when it comes to your performance and stuff, I mean, what are you maybe doing to in the gym to maybe improve and be the next best version of you?
Man, I'm just working with all the best guys I can find around here. I know you've done an interview with Drake Pellegrin. He's one of my main training partners over there at Gladiators Academy, and he's really been putting the sticks to me on the mat for about 2 years now. And I attribute a lot of my growth as a martial artist, as far as jiu-jitsu and grappling goes, to him. He's been taking my neck. If you don't know, I gave him the name the Python because he just choked the shit out of me for about 2 years. But no, working with guys like that who are super high level in their respective fields is definitely something I try to do on a daily basis. Just put myself in really uncomfortable spots and introduce myself to adversity every day so I can get better and break past those little barriers.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. And you're definitely a finishing machine as well too. I mean, if you look at your record, I mean, you got 4 wins by knockout. I mean, what do you kind of do in the gym to kind of get your power on point?
Man, I would honestly say it's not like I have, that killer Mike Tyson knockout power. I don't know. I think I bring a certain energy to the cage when I fight, and maybe my energy out the gate is just a little bit higher than these guys that I'm fighting, and I kind of just get to them before they get to me. I know I'm very technical. I'm good. I'm quick and I'm fast. I wouldn't say I've got like crazy knockout power, but I be punching stuff. So
Yeah, you definitely are punching stuff, my man. And when it comes to you as well too, I mean, obviously you're on like a 2 fight win streak. I mean, what's the confidence kind of like as well too, being on a 2 fight win streak?
yeah. So at the end of my amateur career, I went on I think like an 8 fight win streak, and I'm trying to get back to that. Obviously, I had a couple breaks, a couple losses that I took early in my pro career. But the confidence is high, man. I've changed a few things up in my training camp. I've been working with a sports psychologist or a mindset coach, and I feel like that's really helped me kind of step into my own as an athlete and a fighter. And um, I can only hope to continue showing improvements in these next few performances.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. And when it comes to that mindset coach, I mean, when did you end up getting that mindset coach after what fight?
It was after I got smashed by Gabriel Vanderlei in Fury. He was a real high level talent that I took a fight against, and I knew it was an uphill battle. I still think I can go and win that fight. Um, I just feel like I approached it maybe the wrong way and kind of got into my head about it and gave him a little bit too much respect. So I think the last couple months I started working with Eric Manuel with expert mindset coaching back in January or December, maybe of last year. And so my fight in February at the Cajun Dome was the first fight I had with him kind of in my corner. And no, man, it's just letting myself believe that I'm as good as I am. You know what I mean? Not getting starstruck by the moment, not giving too much props to these other guys because we're all human. We all bleed. We're all putting in the same amount of work, and it's just having confidence in my preparation and my abilities and letting all that show through in my performances.
Yeah, no, definitely that makes sense. And after that performance, I mean, were you starting to have self doubts and stuff? Is that why you started to have that sports psychologist?
Yeah, man. Cause I've lost fights before, and I'll stand on that to this day. I think all the fights I've lost was not really due to a technical deficiency or he was just better than me. He just beat me. I think it was a lot of my mindset going in and how I approached the fight, either my game plan or just getting to myself in the fight, like not being able to handle adversity as well as I needed to. With Vanderlei specifically, I think it was just I went in with a bad game plan, and then when things did not go according to that plan, I kind of just froze up, and I didn't have the answers for what I had to do next. And Working with the sports site kind of gives you those answers and lets you know like things are not going to be the way you want them to be every time you fight. You have to kind of just find a way to win regardless, you know. And I think I've become a much better athlete in terms of dealing with that since working with Eric.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. And when it comes to your game plan, I mean, what were maybe some things that you changed to kind of improve it for the future?
So Vanderlei was a very good jiu-jitsu specialist, so a lot of my game plan going in was don't get taken down, and a minute into the fight, I'm on my ass. So I didn't have a lot of plan beyond that. I think just rounding out my game the last year has been incredibly helpful. I've always been a good striker and a good wrestler. My jiu-jitsu has not always been the strongest point of my game, but like I said, working with the Python Drake Pellegrin over the past 2 years and just really throwing myself into the world of jiu-jitsu and grappling and then just working hard to blend all my skills together and take my conditioning to a point where I can use all those skills effectively has made me a much better, more complete fighter. So I think going into all the fights I'm going to have in the future, I'm going to know that I can take the fight anywhere I want it to, or wherever the fight ends up, I'm going to be okay and I'm going to have ways to win.
Yeah, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And when it comes to 2024, I mean, how active do you plan to be in your fighting journey?
Man, I want to get two more. Like I said, I'm scheduled to fight September 20th. I'd like to do that one and then get another one in December, close out the year 7-2, and then next year hopefully get some big calls. Or if I just have to keep winning, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. Now, do you think that 7-2 record would be enough to maybe get you a call to the UFC or maybe even the PFL?
Possibly. I think a lot of things go into that kind of stuff. I think me being an exciting fighter who finishes fights early is always a good thing. Um, Granted, the guys I fought, maybe some of them haven't been the highest level of competition, but that's something we're doing right now too. Is trying to find somebody of a more quality opponent that I can finish in the first round and really make a statement. And I don't like these finishes early. Honestly, I'd rather go in and fight for 15 minutes and show my full skill set, but I'm not gonna, scoff at getting out of there with no injuries early either. So yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. In the future, I mean, it just started last night again, once again for season 8. But would you ever want to compete on Dana White's Contender Series in the future if you got the call?
Yeah, I'd do that if they called me to do that next week. Right now,
Awesome.
I think that's a great way to get some exposure and build a fan base from the ground up, and also uh, distinguish yourself in the eyes of the president of the UFC, like right off the bat. Like his eyes on that fight, you get to show him what you're made of, and I like that he says you don't necessarily have to win, you just have to go and fight and have a good performance and impress him. We have a girl trains around here named Carly Judice. I work with her every now and then. She trains at another gym out in Lafayette, and she took her Contender Series notice fight on 10 days notice. She didn't get the victory. I thought it was a close fight. She didn't get the victory, but it was a damn good performance, and she still got signed. So having that, like, I know I'm an exciting fighter. I know I can go out there and impress and have a good performance and get the crowd on their feet. All I need is the opportunity. So if I got that opportunity, I would definitely take it.
Yeah, no, Carly's definitely awesome. I mean, she's the only women's fighter to have a fight of the night this year. So, yeah, she definitely puts on some awesome performances. I'm definitely glad you brought her up. And when it comes to getting the call to like Bayou fighting championships, I mean, how do you like fighting for that promotion and how do they treat you over there?
Good, man. I had my first amateur fight for them, and I fought for them got to be near 10 times over the course of my entire career. They, it's a smaller regional promotion around here, but they definitely have helped me grow as an athlete in at the pace that I need to. I'm not going to be fighting UFC caliber guys under that banner or that promotion, but I get the matchups I need at this point in my career, and I have a good relationship with the promoters, and it's just a good environment. It's close to home. I've traveled for fights before, and it's always easier to fight at home. But for what I'm doing now in my career, I think it's a great relationship, and I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. I'm definitely glad you have a good relationship with them. And when it comes to Tim Crater, I mean, have you met him yet? And if so, what do you have any cool memories with him?
Yeah, man, I've been working with Tim since I was. So I'm 20. I just turned 25. I've been working with Tim since I was 14, 13 or 14. Been at Gladiators Academy. Um, he's been kind of the spearhead of my entire career as an athlete, an MMA athlete, and I've got some funny memories. I've got some not so funny memories. But I owe a lot to him. He's definitely, like I said, he's made me the not just the martial artist I am, but the man I am today. He's been a big role model for me, and I'm definitely grateful for him as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. And when it comes to your MMA career, I mean, what's maybe some of the best advice you might have got so far in your journey?
I think not to put so much on the wins and the losses. I think it's more about your performance and more about the actual. Just like they say, don't worry about the destination; it's all about the journey. I'd rather have a 3-round war where I find out some shit about myself that I didn't know before, even if I lost the fight. I'd rather find out about myself things I didn't know. I'd rather experience new things in there than just get these quick finishes in the first round for every fight. Um, I think just enjoying the process and not so much worrying about the outcome is one of the biggest things I've been taught and kind of taken with me.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a pretty important message, and yeah, I definitely think that's awesome. And when it comes to you, obviously, you're a beast in the cage, but what do you like to do outside of fighting, my man?
And I don't do a whole lot. I work bartend and wait tables at a local restaurant. Hang out with my dog, take him to the park, play Elden Ring, play video games and stuff in my downtime. I don't do a whole lot, man. I'm a fighter, and I'm just almost 100% focused on that at this point in my life.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. And when it comes to video games, what do you play on? PC, console?
Console. I have an Xbox. I'm not smart enough or good enough or have enough money to play on a good PC, man. It's wild out there.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, man. And when it comes to video games, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite memories with them?
Man, Baldur's Gate 3 was a real good game, real fun game to play. I'm like I said, I've been getting my ass kicked in Elden Ring the last couple months. Skyrim was a good one growing up. I was real into the Fallout games, and I liked the show that came out recently. But there's a ton of games I liked growing up, and a lot of the Dragon Ball games. People always ask me why I started fighting, and I don't really have like a cool, I was bullied in school story or anything like that. I just liked Dragon Ball Z, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do a Kamehameha, and I can't, I still can't, but I'm gonna get there one day.
Yeah, no, that's definitely right, man. That's definitely an awesome story, man. 100%. And outside the cage, I mean, do you watch any TV shows or movies when you have some free time too?
Yeah, dude, I've been real into Game of Thrones lately. I just finished up House of the Dragon, Breaking Bad, Lost. A lot of those older shows, I have a lot of appreciation for it too. That's really a lot of what I do is just fill the downtime between training and work and sleeping with shows and games and stuff like that.
Right, right. So when it comes to Game of Thrones, I mean, have you read the book and stuff too?
No, I can barely read. I went to Karen Crow High School, so I have a really hard time making words work, man.
Really?
No, I'm joking. I can read. I can actually read. Uh, no, I just don't have the attention span to sit down with a book. But that is something I probably need to add to my life. I might be a little bit smarter, or at least seem a little bit smarter.
Yeah, no, no, fair enough, man. That makes sense. And when it comes to you as well too, I mean, outside the cage, I mean, do you like to watch any sort of like MMA and stuff when you have some free time too?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the sport. There's some guys in the game who maybe they feel like the sport kind of takes over their lives, but I feel like my life is the sport at this point. It's given me so much of what makes me me, and it can give me so much more in this life. And I like watching all the UFC cards. Sometimes when they play, I'll manage to get off of work and go and watch them with the friends and stuff. And no, I'm definitely into all the MMA scene around here too. There's a lot of good little promotions aside from Bayou Fighting Championships around here that I've also fought for. So yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of the sport, and I always have my eye on it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. And when it comes to the sport, I mean, who's maybe some of your favorite fighters you like to watch?
I got to go with Dustin Poirier. He's probably the most well-known guy from around here. Very very nice guy, very down to earth, and then just the way he fights, he's got, I would say, more fight of the night or performance bonuses than anybody else. I don't know if that's true, but it's what it seems like. Every fight he's in is fight of the night. Um, That's one of the things I aspire to be is just an entertaining fighter. People watch us to be entertained. If you're not entertaining people, why are you doing this? Go do something else. So Dustin Poirier, Robert Whitaker, I like him. There's a ton of them, man. I could sit here for hours and just list guys that I try to emulate or take things away from. But I mean, at the top of the list, I gotta go with my man Poirier.
Fair enough. No, Poirier is definitely a good pick, my man. I definitely respect it. And one thing about me, man, is I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I've been teaching for 6 years, and I've been training my whole life for 19 years now. So I love martial arts, man. And with all the guys I got in my gym, what advice would you give to them to keep on coming into the gym and to get better and better every day?
Man, just try to find the hardest rounds you can find every time you train. Try to go with the people who, when you're tired, you don't want to go with them. Make sure you go and get your ass kicked because you're going to have a hard time. But after that round's over, you're going to be grateful for that ass kicking you just got, you know? And then when you leave the gym, you're going to have learned something. Um, don't shy away from adversity. Don't shy away from the hard things in life or in fighting. Just embrace it and use it to become a better version of yourself.
Yeah, no, that's definitely an awesome message. And when it comes to MMA, I mean, what technique or drill was maybe something hard for you that took a little bit to kind of master?
Well, so I run a wrestling class at our gym twice a week for mostly just for our fight team, and we do this drill that I won't say I came up with it, but I did for this class. Um, we'll do a 10-minute straight or 15-minute straight of just takedowns or takedown defense, where every 2-minute segment or 3-minute segment we'll switch to a different takedown that we're either doing offensively or drilling defensively, and it's just really to get your pace up and get the intensity going without hurting each other. It's hard to do 15 minutes straight of wrestling live, but if you can drill it and have these things ingrained where you can do it while you're tired and do it with no break, I feel like that's how you build skills, and that's something that's definitely helped me kind of mesh my game together lately.
Yeah, no. Do you think maybe coaching and stuff also maybe helps improve your game as well too?
I think so. I don't wouldn't say I have a passion for coaching, but I definitely think kind of having to break down things where you have to teach it to newer guys can help you have a better understanding of the technique for sure.
So, in your career, when you're all said and done, would you maybe want to have your own gym in the future?
I haven't thought about it. I wouldn't mind teaching, but I'm not sure I would want to be the owner of a gym. You know, I might coach at somebody else's gym or help local fighters. I don't know if I'd want to teach somebody from the ground up. Like I don't know if I'd want to teach a brand new guy, but I would help. I would like to help other fighters and give back the way that so many other fighters have given back to me. You know.
Yeah, yeah, no, fair enough, man. And when it comes to your fights, I mean, who typically comes to your fights, like friends and family wise?
My whole family will come. My mom, dad, brothers, extended family, cousins, and people I didn't even know were my family will pop up at fights, and you know, now we're. But uh, I don't have the most grand fan base at this point, fighting in Lafayette, Louisiana. But there's always a good crowd. And by the end of my fights, I have a lot more fans because I'm exciting. Um, so hopefully, a lot more smaller Rylan fans at the next fight for sure.
That's right. No, we're definitely looking forward to that, my man. And when it comes to like the tickets and stuff, I mean, do you have to worry about like selling tickets and stuff during like your fight process?
I have before. The last time I fought for Bayou Fighting Championships, they did most of the stuff online, which definitely made it easier. Um, But yeah, for sure, selling tickets, trying to move tickets to people on fight week while you're dead and cutting weight is definitely not my favorite thing. So when promotions strive to make it a little bit easier on us, we're all grateful for it. You know,
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome, man. And Rylan, man, it's been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. I mean, what's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
keep on smiling, man. Regardless of what happens, just keep on smiling.
That's right, man. Keep on smiling. And it's been awesome talking to you, like I said. And again, man, thank you so much for taking the time. And best of luck with your upcoming fight and your journey, my man. We'll be in touch.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Yeah, man. You as well. Thank you again, my man.